ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to another keynote and again a speaker who will engage you and enthrall you. When a business is small, keeping track of operations and customer data using spreadsheets might be okay. But as you grow and as you aim for greater efficiency, adopting a customer relationship management or CRS system, as we all know it, is very, very essential. Our next keynote will explain why this transition is important and how adopting CRM can absolutely transform your business. Our speaker is Praval Singh, who is the Vice President of Marketing and Customer Experience at Zoho, a name you're very, very familiar with. Praval and his team focus on brand-led initiatives that have significantly contributed to Zoho's success. With over 15 years of experience in building marketing teams, launching products, and fostering critical partnerships, Praval brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table, and we are so thrilled that he could join us today. So please put your hands together for Praval Singh.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Borzo, for having me here, and thank you all of you for staying back. We've heard the word small business all day today. I was trying to count, I gave up at 35. And small business is something that is very close to me. Very close to me from Zoho. How many of you are actually familiar with what Zoho is? And I see some of our customers already here. Thank you for being a customer, and thank you for being here today. At Zoho, we've thrived on helping small businesses and growing businesses like yours for the last 25 years or so. And when Borzo got me to speak here, I want to start with a very personal journey of mine, which goes even before Zoho happened to me. Well, I've been at Zoho for only 12 years. The company has been serving small, medium, growing businesses for more than 25 years now. And something that is very close to my heart as someone who's run a small business before joining the company is the idea of beginning something small and dreaming big. And as all businesses grow, the beginnings is something that you never forget. Many, many years ago, I started off a small company, and the early days of running the company looked something like this. Me working out of a cafe. Yeah, don't be confused, that's still me. And then, fast forward, starting the first office with a small team of about 15, 20 people in a year or so. Now that journey, even though that's more than 15, 16 years ago, it's still very close to my heart. It was my journey with my team back in the day. And as we grew the business at Zoho in the last 2 decades or so, I remember when I joined the company, we were about 1,000 employees at Zoho. And from that to today, about 15,000 employees, serving over 100 million customers, users globally, with about 55 different products. A lot of it seemed to seem new, but it was not. Because when I talk to a small business, when I talk to a growing business, these are the challenges that take me back 2 decades ago. How many of you can relate with this? Running a company is all about acquiring customers and retaining them. Some of the colleagues, friends of mine, spoke about retention being as important as acquisition, right? Collaboration within your teams, with your clients, with your customers, or even hiring for that matter, recruitment, sending out purchase orders, collecting payments. This is how a typical day for a growing business is. That's how it was 20 years ago, and that's how it is today. Now, there's one thing that all of us, when we run a business, when we represent a business, think about a lot. I used to think about it a lot back in the day, which is how do you, as a small growing business, offer good customer experience? It's very easy for a large company like an Amazon to bring in different processes and tools and people and machinery to make it happen. But how do you do that as a growing business? You don't have the luxury of a ton of money, a lot of people, and sometimes even tools. And then the underlying fact of how you offer exceptional customer experience is about essentially knowing your customer, their wants, their needs, their desires. What is it that will make my customer more efficient? What is that she would really appreciate in her day-to-day lives? And it seems CRM is the answer. All of us know what a CRM is. Some of us use it, some of us don't, but all of us know what a CRM is. Is that the answer to the problem? You wish. Let's have a quick raise of hand of how many of you actually use a CRM. Some CRM. All right, that's about 20% of you. Now, let's establish the fact that why do you even need a CRM, right? You need a CRM because, well, technology has advanced. The way we engage with the customer has advanced. The attention span and the desires of the customers have evolved over the years, right? And then we have come a long way. We've changed how we consume music and media and entertainment today. We've changed how we do events today. But what about technology and software when it comes to B2B world, businesses at large? Unfortunately, a lot of small and growing businesses I meet are still using spreadsheets to manage their operations. Don't get me wrong, spreadsheets is great. We all love spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. It's a great tool to crunch numbers, to crunch data, to have a representation of a set of data for that matter. But it's not the best tool to manage customer relationships. Because as it is, managing customer data is hard. As you grow your business, you acquire more customers, you want to keep them happy, you want to retain them, you want them to be loyal. Not just that, you want them to be evangelists, you want them to refer somebody else to buy your product. Doing all of that without a CRM is even harder. So no matter what size of your business is, you need a CRM. That's pretty straightforward and pretty clear. Some of you already use it, others should highly use it, is what I would recommend. And that businesses have already understood, those who use a CRM have understood CRM is important, how it helps them. Many of them want a CRM. But what stops them from getting one? Look at the number of choices. A quick study shows that there are more than 600 CRMs in the world. Unfortunately, most of them are built for more sophisticated, or I would say mid to large size companies, not necessarily small and growing businesses. We figured that out. We figured that out as a company that has been in business for 20 plus years. And we realized, and a company that offers one of the leading CRMs in the world called Zoho CRM. But we realized that even Zoho CRM today, after 17 years of being in existence, has matured to solve the complex needs of a large company. So what happens to the SMBs? What happens to the growing businesses? We did something 3 years ago. Here's a quick video of what it is.
Bob, a lovely baker, he really didn't know. Could he do any better? How would his business grow?
Business is hard. And then one day, Bob found Biggin.
Bob's feeling well now, making some red velvets. And Biggin can remember every customer he met.
Now Bob uses Biggin, a CRM specifically built for businesses like his. And not only Bob, anyone can begin.
We launched Begin, a small business-friendly CRM, about 3 years ago. In just 3 years, more than 30,000 businesses today run their operations on CRM. Here's what we started with. We said, we'll keep things simple, and we'll stick to our core, stick to these ethos of building a small business-friendly CRM. Ease of use has to be easy because nobody has the time and the money and the energy and the manpower to spend weeks and months setting up a CRM. We realized that's the number one deterrent in stopping small businesses from adopting a CRM. We wanted the right set of features. We did not want to add ton of features, ton of modules to make it so complex that you give up. And of course, as growing businesses, it has to be affordable. So we decided Begin has to sit through the intersection of these three ethos. But then, another thing struck us. While sales is critical, as a business, as a growing business, we want to sell more, and sales is a critical function. But a small business typically deals with a lot of things in that customer journey. You want to manage your orders, you want to manage your customer testimonials, you want to see how some existing customer renews. Maybe you want to onboard new employees, which is not a sales function. So why should a CRM just be limited to sales? So we realized that we need a concept of pipelines. Every process has stages. Every process has stages. Let's take recruitment for that matter. So you start for looking for talent, you qualify them, you interview them, they go through a few rounds, you make an offer, they accept it. There are different stages in onboarding a new employee. Just like that, every process, a marketing process for that matter, has various stages. So we created something called pipelines, which extends beyond just sales. Because we realized, even in cases where you're managing an order, you're issuing a refund because a customer was unhappy or had to return something or so on and so forth. You're managing customer testimonials. A happy customer has something to say. You want to feature that customer on your website. All these processes have one thing in common. That's the customer. You have the customer sitting at the center of the customer operations that you have. Most CRMs don't enable that for you, and they definitely don't enable that for you as a small business. So we made it to our ethos that we'll keep the customer at the center and we'll enable several customer-related operations from Begin itself. And like I said, Begin's pipelines are at the heart of all customer-focused operations, because that's what a small business needs. Let's take an example of a sales process. Pretty straightforward funnel, that's how it looks. You're looking at capturing leads, you want to engage with them, so on and so forth, right? We made it very simple for you to put up a form on your website or anywhere you want to embed that without having to write a single piece of code. You don't have to be a programmer, you don't have to hire a developer. You create website visitors with no-code forms. You want to engage with them. They are now in your CRM. How do you engage with them? Well, we built in telephony support. We built in telephony support with more than 100 telephony vendors. You name a telephony vendor, we probably already work with them. You want email integration, you want social media. Many of you may not be using the Zoho mail service, maybe using one of the other services. We made sure, regardless of any of the popular email services you use, Begin should work with that. Similarly, social media. And then you want automation because you don't want to be sitting and doing the same thing every day, because you don't have the luxury of time and having a large team. We made a very easy 3-step workflow automation. You can create, you can trigger, you can get notifications, both on the web, on the mobile, wherever you want. All of that without needing any third-party help. And then, of course, you have a CRM, you have customers, you have data, you want reports. You want to be able to see reports of how your business is thriving. So we created not just regular dashboards, but you can customize a dashboard for your business. And that is not just for you. It has custom permissions depending on, within your team, who you want, what level of access. Because our vision was, growing businesses don't need 10 tools. A, it's expensive. B, it becomes so cumbersome that we give up. So we said, for all customer operations, there should be one CRM, not just for sales, but for all your customer operations. So we're building a layer of connected experiences on Begin, from chat to telephony, to your orders, to your payments, your central source of truth for all customer data. Because, like I said, running a business, like all of you, is not just one thing. It's just not sales. It's a ton of things happening every day, making it chaotic. So we're trying to bring in technology to solve some of that while making it easy to use, easy to set up, and keeping it affordable. Because as growing businesses, you're running every day to make it work. Every day there's a new fire to put off, and we've been in the business for more than 25 years to understand this. I have run a business for about 5 years before that, and that's something we truly believe in, that technology should be easy, should be affordable, should be ubiquitous. With that, thank you so much. We have about 5 minutes to take questions. Any of you have any questions about setting up a CRM? Why do you need one? Anything else that I can help with, I'm happy to take questions. Yeah, please.
Hi Praval, it was a very insightful presentation. So I had one query, like let's say if there is one young entrepreneur and he wants to start his or her software related SaaS service business. So when you worked for this particular company, so how did you guys converse such SMEs businesses to pay for such services? Because like Rumit correctly mentioned few moments back, Indian customers are very spoiled. So how did you guys convince them to pay money for such services? And another thing is like, just a second, I noted down. And how did you come up with the right affordable prices for them? Like how did you guys decided the pricing strategy for such customers? Thank you.
Sure, thank you so much. Like all SaaS software, we believe in the freemium model. So to get started, to try the product, it's always free. Many of the customers would sign up and would still continue to be with the free plan. But as the business grows, you realize the value of a piece of technology, right? Look at phones.
Yeah.
All of us have phones. Nobody has a free phone.
True.
We pay for the phone, we pay for the service, right? Because there's value in it. So the idea behind our pricing is give the product for free, make people realize the value, the problem it solves, and as their business grows, they would be willing to pay us, number one.
Okay.
Number two, why do we keep it affordable? We are able to keep it affordable because unlike a lot of companies we compete with, we are a bootstrap profitable company. We believe in passing on the benefits to the customer. Our sales and marketing spends are pretty low, and that kind of enables us to make an affordable offering. And to your surprise, India and Middle East Africa are our fastest growing markets. So there are customers who are willing to pay for something that brings in value.
Okay, thanks.
Praval, we do have time to take 3 to 4 more
Sure.
questions.
Thank
So
you.
please go ahead. The
Yeah.
gentleman at the back, please.
Hi, sir. You said you have the CRM solution. Does it work for the service provider as well as the trader as well as the manufacturer put together in one CRM, or it has a different modules?
Yeah, so our CRM offering is quite horizontal. Depending on the industry vertical you are in, you can customize it. It also has APIs and SDKs that you can build on it. You can plug a third-party data on it. It's pretty flexible for it to work for any industry. And we've worked with customers in the BFSI industry, in the manufacturing, in the real estate, hospitality, and so on. So it's fairly customizable for any business whatsoever.
Going one step ahead, in today's time, there is a Zoho available as well as a Tele available. Now, there are the certain set of people who don't want to shift from the Tele. At the same time, they wanted to enjoy the benefits or the features from the Zoho. Is it possible to combine both that together?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As a company that offers more than 55 different applications, we do understand and value that for someone to be a Zoho customer, they don't have to use all the products. So we interoperate and interplay with almost every other third-party vendor you can think of. So much so that we have a dedicated team and a platform called Zoho Marketplace, which today has more than 2,000 extensions for integration and interoperability with third-party. So for example, you could be using our CRM, but you could be using some other accounting software that will play together. You could be using Zoho Commerce, which is our online shopping platform, but your inventory may be sitting elsewhere. So we interoperate and interplay regardless of the platform that you are in.
So we can get it connected with some particular distributor, or how that can be connected?
The marketplace is readily available. There are 2,000 plus extensions already available. I'm happy to chat with you on how to set it up.
Sir, thank you for your question. I think we could move on to the next one. Over here, if you could come to the center of the room, please. Can we have a mic in the middle?
Hello. Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much for Zoho Mail. If someone doesn't know, no one provides free professional email like Zoho. They provide 5 free professional emails and nobody does that. So thank you so much for that. That really helps small businesses. Another question I have, a couple months back I attended a roadshow for Odoo. So what these guys are doing, they're providing all of these apps for $580 a month per user, of course, which is significantly lower pricing than Zoho. So what's next for Zoho? How do you guys plan on competing with Odoo?
Good question. Happy to sit down with you on that, but I'll quickly answer for the broader audience. We've been in the business for more than 25 years, and for us, all these products are not just bundles. They're built on the same platform, and as you land and expand, when you get a customer and you grow that business into other applications, customers start to see the true value in how everything is built on the same platform, not acquired from third parties, built ground up. There's a lot of contextual integration that becomes easily available. For example, the CRM and the accounting software integrates very beautifully, bring in the e-signature platform, bring in the contracts module. When you're running a growing business, different departments can coexist and collaborate together on the platform, which is what the true differentiator is. But happy to sit with you separately and chat on what else we're doing.
Time for just one last question. If we could get the mic that side, please.
Hi. We have in-house app for data capturing, I mean for our customer capturing, data capturing. But challenge for us to reconnect them for retain them. So do you have any, your CRM can help us to get them engage or get the business, I mean repeat business?
I didn't understand your question, I'm sorry.
We have in-house app for data capturing. So that's a CRM we got. Now, that can be connected to your CRM, where we can engage that customers, like calling.
Yeah, so the CRM platform that we have is not just an application, it's a platform. What that means is you can bring in third-party data, you can build on top of the CRM. We also have a business intelligence platform called Analytics, which brings in data from hundreds of different sources, including your custom sources. So you can bring all that data on one platform, analyze that data, and then integrate with CRM to send custom triggers, email workflows, and so on and so forth. It's possible.
Right, perfect. Thank you very much for taking on
Thank you
all
so
those
much, Fran.
questions.
Thank you.
Do stay on the stage as I request Eugene and Alina to please join us on the stage and present Praval with